India's great escape at Old Trafford, a test of character, grit, and unyielding spirit in the heart of Manchester. Beneath the graying skies and the fierce scrutiny of history, India pulled off one of the most audacious fightbacks in recent memory. What began as a test teetering towards a crushing defeat slowly transformed into a tale of resilience, endurance, and silent heroism. The fourth test at Old Trafford didn't just end in a draw. It was a hard-earned survival story, a masterclass in mental fortitude, and a stark warning. India does not go quietly. It was a test England thought they had in their pocket. At 1-4-2 in the second innings, 300 runs still to climb, just to level the scores, India looked like a team out of breath. Rishabh Pant was ruled out, their bowlers were spent, and the crowd had begun to anticipate a swift finish. But where others saw an ending, India saw a beginning. And that beginning came with the calm defiance of Shubman Gill. Already a man reborn this series, played like a captain possessed. He faced down the new ball, stared into England's eyes, and refused to blink. Every shot was a declaration. India would not fold. Partnering first with the seasoned KL Rahul, Gill stitched a partnership worth 188 runs. Their stand wasn't just about survival, it was about shifting momentum, frustrating the bowlers and tilting the psychological scales back towards the visitors. As Rahul fell just short of a century, the next phase of resistance began. It was a new pairing, an unlikely one. But Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja turned out to be India's unbreakable wall. Not just holding the line, they redrew it. Both men batted with poise and patience, wearing down England's bowlers through 143 overs in the second innings. Together, they added 203 unbroken runs and ensured that India walked away not bruised but buoyed. Washington's maiden test ton and Jadeja's defiant century will go down in folklore, not for flash, but for fortitude. England threw everything they had. Ben Stokes, battling through shoulder pain and cramp, delivered one of the spells of the series, fiery, hostile, and filled with heart. He dismissed Rahul, nearly removed Gill, and kept the flame of hope alive. But the injuries caught up. The bowlers tired. The fielders grew frustrated. Tempers frayed, and by the final hour, the match had spiraled into surrealism. Stokes offered a draw. India declined. And when part-time bowlers lobbed balls at 35 miles per hour, Jadeja lofted sixes, and Sundar jogged through for centuries. England watched, wounded and weary, as India celebrated from the balcony. Not a win, but a mighty escape. What made it all the more remarkable was the context. India had spent over 250 overs in the field, their fast bowlers were hobbling, and their talismanic keeper-batter Pant had exited the stage, injured after his act of bravery. Yet out came a team not resigned to fate, but determined to right their own. From Root's record-breaking 152 Stokes heroics, from Gill's consistency to the indomitable spirit of Jadeja and Washington, this test had everything, except a result. And that, in the end, is what made it poetic. As the teams head to the Oval for the finale, the series stands at 2-1, but in spirit, it's 2-all. India has every reason to believe, because this wasn't just a draw. This was defiance made flesh. This was the heart of Test cricket.